Welcome back. Joining me now is junior quarterback Spencer Stanek and senior linebacker Joey Michals. Guys, thanks so much for taking the time to come in.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Spencer, let's start with you. You know, the offense got off to that little bit of a slow start there at Carthage, but you guys were able to rack it up. 42 points in the next 3 quarters. What do you think was clicking towards the end of that second quarter there?
Well, I think in the beginning of the game, they came out and played really hard, and I don't think as an offense we expected them to come out with that kind of intensity. So we kind of had a slow start, but then I think as a group, we just kind of got together and said, you know, we're not going to let this happen. You know, we're better than this. I really think that everyone just buckled down, and we really found our stride there in the second quarter.
You know, that seems to be the story of the season. You guys have been able to find your stride after, you know, little rocky starts and stuff like that. What do you think is the main thing that switches this offense just into high gear, the way you guys just sort of can just start rolling points on the board?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird that we haven't had the greatest starts, you know, week in and week out, and I think that's one of our biggest emphases this week is to come out with a bang, you know, and score on that first drive, help our defense out a lot. But I mean, I just think we just need to be more focused as a group, you know, on those first and second drives so we can really get out there and score quick.
And Joey, you guys almost got that goose egg. I know you guys have been wanting that shutout all year. It was very close to getting it, but the defense, there was no slow start for you guys. You came out firing.
Yeah, you know, we try to stress coming out and getting a 3 and out, or we really try to stress getting those turnovers, a fumble, interception, you know, help out the offense a little bit, but you know, we try to come out fired up and ready to go at the beginning of the game.
Well, you guys definitely helped them out this weekend. The Cardinals played a scoreless first quarter against Carthage, and we take a look at how they were able to take control of the Redmen through the next 3 in this week's What's the Word?
They played us really tough in the first quarter. Their defense came out, they were hitting, they got a few first downs on us. We just had to keep our composure and come out and play our type of football. Offense got it started, and then we followed it up by playing a good second quarter, and then we brought that in the second half.
We knew they would come out hard. Carthage is a great team. Their conference is great. I mean, we talked on the bench, said we got to get going now. I mean, we can't wait around and let teams hang. We got to get out the gates, and once we did, I think we did a nice job of doing that.
We knew what they came out to play, especially on their homecoming, so we came out a little bit flat, and thank God we were able to pick it up in the second quarter, and in the second half we kept it going. We definitely have to start a lot stronger, but it is a good feeling knowing that we can pick it up whenever we're down.
They had two tough losses the past 2 weeks, but we knew they were going to be ready to play, and we knew they were going to try and spread us out, do some trick plays, but still run the football, and we came up with some big plays.
Joey, as we were saying, the defense definitely doing its job, and it seems that there are other guys stepping up when needed, like Quinn Haas, the freshman, who had 3 tackles for loss. A Cardinal was a leading tackler that hasn't even really seen the field this year. What does it mean when these other guys are coming in and really getting the job done for you?
Oh, it's huge. All year we've had guys step up. You know, our defensive line has been playing amazing. You know, we have, like you said, we have freshmen coming in at linebackers. You know, we don't have a tremendous amount of depth there, and we have guys stepping up and making plays, and it's just always great to see. And you know, it's good for the program because you know, as they go on, they have that experience, you know, from a young age, and as they build up into the program, they have that experience already. So, you know, it's great to see, and it's just so much fun to play.
And the line on the other side of the ball has been doing quite well. Your offensive line, Spencer, you guys must have confidence in them if you're going for 2 fourth down conversions on the same drive.
Yeah, I mean, our whole line's been, at least one guy's been hurt every week, it seems like, you know, it's hard to get a practice with our, you know, starting 5 linemen, and it's nice to see guys step in and be making big plays for us, because having depth at the O-line is huge for an offense, you know, because those guys get tired over the course of the game. You need someone to go in there and, you know, not miss a beat on offense. So it's really nice to see the offensive line playing at a really high level.
Yeah, it's nice that they've been able to get some depth with the injuries, but what does that do to you as a quarterback when there's some of that shuffling going on right in front of you?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really affect me much. I just got to focus on what I need to do in the game, and I know that the O-line's going to do their job, and it shows this year. You know, I've had plenty of time on anything to pass the ball, and I mean, haven't had much pressure at all this year, so I mean, they've been doing really good, and that you know, that gives me the confidence, you know, that they're going to be fine.
Well, 2 guys that didn't have time to pass the ball were the Carthage quarterbacks this weekend, Joey. How were you guys so effective at able to not only get after the starter, A.J. Simoncelli, but also the backup when he came in?
You know, we just stress every week, you know, we got to shut down the run like Coach Thorne said, and, you know, make teams try to pass. And I think our pass coverage has gotten, you know, has been very played very well this year, and just something we try to perfect every game. Shane had almost 3 picks in that game. He dropped,
Well, that was sort of between you guys. You
that
guys
was my
were fighting
fault.
over it.
I kind of fought over it with him, but he should have had 3 picks, and he's been playing lights out football. So it's really great to have those guys back there, and it's a safety net. No one's gonna be able to throw deep on you with Shane and Nick back there. So.
Well, and that's all right. It's just the intensity of the game that made you want to go for that ball when you and Shane were just sort of tussled up in it. But you've been the captain of this defense for the past couple of seasons. What has this defense really done differently this year that's been effective as it has in years past?
I think on the defense with Coach Ponks coming in, we've had a tradition of we kind of set goals every week and we try to hold ourselves accountable for those goals. And I really think that's one of the reasons that we can come in to every game and play with such a high intensity is because we know what we have in mind. We know what we want to accomplish in that game, and we have great coaches, we have great players, and everyone's working towards one goal. And I think that's something that's maybe you guys have seen throughout the years.
We've definitely seen that, and you guys have been reaching goals. And I'm not sure if you guys realize that you got a little streak going too of beating your conference opponents by 20 points or more. That means the offense has got to do its work, defense has got to do its work. Spencer, how have you guys been able to sort of keep that streak going over these past few years?
Yeah, I mean, as an offense, we didn't really know about the goal too much until the streak. Until I think one of the coaches mentioned it early on in the year, and then we don't really focus on it much. We don't talk about it much in meetings and stuff. So, if we can just come out as an offense and a defense and play like we can keep that streak going for a while.
And to keep that streak going, you'll have to take down the Titans. And last year, Joey, against them on their field, there was a little bit of a pregame, I don't say scuffle, but definitely some shouts being fired from each sideline. Is there any bad blood between these teams, or is that just the intensity of the moment?
I just think it's the intensity of the moment. Obviously, the CCIW is a great conference to play in. It's very competitive. And you get to games like these are conference championship games, North Central and Illinois Wesleyan, North Central and Wheaton, those are going to be highly competitive games, right. And all those emotions just fly. So a little interesting to see, but it was still a very fun game nonetheless.
And they're a little banged up. So Spencer, that means you might be throwing at somebody that's actually kind of close to you. Your brother Eric playing for the Titans at cornerback.
Yeah, it's really awesome to see him playing for them. And I remember going into the summer camp, we were talking as a family and be like, it'd be really cool to see each other if we started against each other and played, because that's never happened before. He's 3 years younger than me, but he's playing really good right now, and it's gonna be really fun on Saturday to see him out there.
You're not gonna give him any gimmies though, right? You're gonna make it hard on him, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. No gimmies, because if I throw a pick to him or something, I'm never gonna hear the end of it for the rest of my life. So
that would make for a real interesting Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for coming in, and best of luck to you guys against the Titans.
Thank you.
After the break, we'll be joined by North Central College Sports Information Director Clark Tusher and take a look at other fall sports in action. Don't go away.